and welcome, you amazing person. My name is Rob, I'm the Manic Gaming Guy. And we're going to be carrying on with the automation, the car company tycoon tutorial. I think that's what I'm basically calling this thing. We're doing some high detail styling on a car that hopefully you've already done the engine, you've already done the suspension tuning, and you want it now to look amazing. So hopefully you've followed through on this series. If not, go to the playlist. I think we're on number 4 now, possibly 5. We've already styled the inside and given it moving props, and it's starting to look pretty nice. We're going to leave the inside for now and go on to some other details. But I have got some more fun things to add, which I'll come back in another series when we add some super detailing. Today we're going to be trying to concentrate on the front end and the wheels, and then we see how much time we've got left to do some more detailing. Now this guy has got flip-up headlights, but I'm going to get rid of them. For the pure facts, I don't kind of need them. They're not really suited for this body. I mainly put it on there so you guys can see how that was all done. So I'm just going to literally grab all the material, the textures, and make them transparent so you cannot see anything from the car. Oh, is this one still kind of doing its job? If I make it 3D, yeah, there we go. So that's not a thing anymore. We can just expose those. The reason I didn't just delete them, I don't want to mess up the order of the coding, because we put coding in the description and it's done by prop number. I don't really want to accidentally break them, which I probably already have. I would not be shocked. If you're still confused what I'm talking about, it's because you've missed episode 1 where we discussed all that. So my first steps is to get these skirts and stuff to line up. If you don't like the look of them, you can just do what I did with the lights and make them invisible. That is one way to get rid of them. Do I need to... Is there bigger ones? No? Okay, but that one looks quite cool, didn't it? Have it slit like that. Okay, so I'm still making my decisions. So I tend to go by this little angle on this thing, line it up to the edge of the car. It'll look slopey enough, that's fine. Put it into 3D mode. Oh, is this going to work? Put it back into 2D mode. It did work. Lovely. Okay, so that's now all nicely lined up. I do need these on the car because these, I could also just make them invisible, I guess. But these are also downforce. I'm just going to put them there. They're not all going to stay this sort of color. In fact, I think I need to make them a bit smaller. A bit smaller like that, and maybe a bit more in. That'll do for now. Not really meant to be used for that, but I think they look like fins. Good enough. I think if anything, they need to stick up a bit more. They do stick very down. So I'd normally go into this, go into 3D. Yeah, see how they're sticking right down. That's not good enough for us. No, I want that angle still. Let me just try and put it onto the shape of the car so I know where I'm looking. There we go. I want the red one just to be out like this. And then 2D, see what it looks like. And I think I broke it, made it look worse. Okay. Whoops. This doesn't look right anymore, does it? Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. That probably looks better. I'll come back to that. It wasn't something I wanted to focus on. I do like the looks of these. Let's see if we can do something with these and make them look okay. They need to be flipped. We can use the vertical thing to flip them. No, just flip them back. I've got no inspiration on what I'm going for on this at the moment. I'm just going to click away and see what we make. Maybe something like that. I think that might be a bit more tamed. Something like that. I do like them to sit quite deep. There we go. I want to find one that sits in the middle now. I think not a grill vent, probably still. Is this one going to work? Put it in the middle. Stretch it so I've got the top and bottom. No, the bevel of the edge got a bit too big on that one. I might be able to get away. It's another trick. You don't have to use these. These mods here tend to work quite nicely for doing this sort of thing, because you can still put it on and then make the back piece invisible, or you can go to your all fixtures and you can find your mesh materials. I like to choose Is it the last one? That'll do for now. And then obviously you can make these match as well. You can go to that one and then choose that one. And then you've got see-through grills. We're just going to make this wide enough. And then maybe a bit taller. Maybe a bit down. I think that looks cool enough. I'm not going cool too much over the top of my styling. That's for you guys to do to your own vehicles. This one is just a nice, tidy, cool one that you guys can learn from. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to change the order so it's over the top. It's a nice little touch. I like to put it in my cars. This is where your license plate obviously would be sitting. Something like that. Perfect. Now that looks like this sort of modern car you get. You could also maybe add some extra detail. By that I mean we go into here. No, go into bump bars. It might take a lot of scrolling to find one you like. Just warn you, there's a lot about. This one's actually chrome, so I just want to change that. I don't know. We'll put it to trim for now. And then we can change the angle, make it 3D. Make sure it fits straight. Make it as high as you want it. There we go. And then I like to just don't take it past the body width, or is it a break? About there, maybe. Still 3D, I think. 2D. That looks good enough. And then if you want some more shape and texture, do that. Looks a bit sketchy on this car, but I think you get the idea of what I was trying to aim for. But maybe it needs to just be a lot taller. Maybe that's what it needs. Bring it up to the line. There we go. And it'll just add some extra shape and 3D and stuff like that to it. What word am I looking for here? Help me out, people. Let's give it a bit of a more realistic silhouette. We'll go for that. That's obviously now touching. Let's just sort them out a little bit. Cool. The headlights. Let's just stick some headlights on. The headlight button here. Now there is some good tutorials out there where you can cut all the panels out and put your own lights and shapes in. That's a lot of time for us today, but the basis is you get one of your light housings, you put one of those in, you say, oh, that's a nice shape. You get some of these little inside light things like that, and then you spend your whiles, duplicating and moving them about and making them look nice. Or you can find one of the shapes that work and stick it on there, which is what we're going to do today. Which one should we use? It's definitely like a long... Oh, this one might work. I'm going to line it up depending on the bonnet creases. Because if it was like this... One sec. If it's like this, that's just unnatural to have the line come down and come up. We wouldn't really do that. So you want your curves to be inside the lines. And then just try and find... Is that just like perfect? Okay, maybe a little bit more left we can get away with. There we go. Very cool. I like that loads. And you can obviously test your lights, make sure they're working. These are automation ones, so it should always be working. Yeah, they look... Yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. And obviously the indicators aren't working in the light for some reason. See, that's why you test your lights. It definitely came with indicators. Is it not? Okay. Well, one trick you can do is you can turn this into an indicator. That's quite hilarious to do. Those black panels probably look like they could be indicators. I don't see why not. So let's do that. Transform them into indicators. There we go. Don't know why they weren't already. That works fine for me. Can't really see. Yeah, you can see some of it from the side, but it's not too important because you normally put an indicator around here or up here anyway. Or sometimes even down here. Okay, so I think that'll do for the... Okay, we turn you guys off now. I think that'll do for the front. What engine did we have? Did we just like a V6 or something? No, it's just an inline. We could put a scoop on to make it look more gritty. Oh no, we've got a grill. We're missing the grill. That's silly of us. I think just a nice simple one like this will do. Remember to give some space. No cars. Some cars are overlapped. Some cars join up, and some cars have space. Now, do we have it down or do we have it up? I think down. I think down and have a more straight air edge to the bonnet sort of shape. That kind of works for me. There is some fiddly things I might decide to do if I was doing this. Like, are those lights too big? No, they're not too big, but they could maybe be moved up and in a bit. You know, it's up to you to now try and line the lines up the way you feel it should be. Like, filling in the gaps. Like music, sometimes the styling is the space in between the notes, not the notes themselves. Nice little tip there for you. We're at 10 minutes now, so I'm going to jump straight into the wheels. Because at the moment they're a bit curvy. They're not the way I think they should be set up. It looks like the brakes are close enough. But I'm going to change some of the advanced settings on the front wheels and back wheels. And the ones we tend to be looking at are these four. Don't worry about any others, because that will probably break all your settings. Or not break your settings and the car will just look weird but drive amazingly. Who knows? So, I think that's all I really need to do is do this one knob, actually. So mine's 0.28, straighten them a bit more. Okay, is that too far? I want a bit of deep dish, so I'm actually going to move that back. And then, okay, wrong way. So I'm going to move that back. And then we can move this forward again. No, wrong way. Smooth touches. Before. After. And I think I've gone too far forward. Is that more like it? I think that's more like it. Yeah. So we didn't just copy the numbers over. Oh, 0, and they're just 2.4 then basically on this one. It's quite straight already, apparently. Oh wait, too far. 2.4. And obviously it's up to your styling of how deep dish you want it. You don't even have to go deep dish. You can put it right to the edge of the rims if you wanted to. Then normally my next step is to change the brake offset, but oh, I just changed the rear one. No, did I? Yeah. Lol. Tends to be not too bad of a place really already. But it's poking through the wheel. About there. It'll be nice. This one's -5. Brake offset to -5 will do. Hey. This one. What is it? 5 or minus? Okay, whoops. There we go. So there's your wheels. That one didn't take too long. Mine are already coloured. Am I going to stick to those colours? They're quite in your face, aren't they? They are quite in your face. And maybe like the rim wasn't that colour. Okay, that's the wheel. Should we just go for black? I always like the look of black. Keep some of it blue. What are options? You can keep them blue, black, black, black. What, still? Still kind of works. And then, right, do we just do the whole wheel still? We're going to change all of them as well. Darn it! Don't really want to change them. Okay, threads. Don't care about the threads. Them, I tend to pick plastic. So I tend to have plastic covers on them. So plastic. Fill that in. And then the next thing's plastic as well. Plastic. Fill that in. And then what we got? Don't want the lip to be a colour. Don't need the camber. Is that too much? So we just do this one colour here. On car. Which one was it? Blue steel. I can always edit it. Yeah, I think that's nicer. I think. What about blue on black? And then I don't think I've got a black in here, have we? Whatever this is. Is that going to be glass? Is that glass? Oh, that's the wood. Kind of like it. Blue and wood. Yeah, I don't think I should do that. They've got steel on the inside. It's just not going to work, is it? Maybe I should just do the whole thing black and then blue. It still kind of doesn't look right. Why does it think the whole car's wheel's that colour now? Oh, you're winding me up. You're winding me up, game. Right, so this, and then we go for steel, and then we choose black, grey. There we go, gives a bit more definition then. That's better. And I think it's got to be I'll have to do the whole wheel again, aren't I? I'll just do that. It's a tutorial where we learn together, people. And I've lost my black. There it is. Right, so we can't do that one. Sounds brilliant. There we go. That's an okay looking wheel. Up to you what you do, but there's how you do that. Right, do we leave it there? Do we do it a bit more detailing? You know, we haven't got loads done today, but it was a fair bit. I think this one needs to be changed to see-through mesh. And then, oh look, now we see for the car, well, I will say do this. Get some 3D models. And one I like to put on, it's a naturally aspirated engine, so it won't have an intercooler on the front. Keep that in mind. Where's the radiator and fan? I'm sure it's in this one, or is it in the other one? I think it might be. Or is that it? There we go. I like putting this in the car. So line it up where normally you get a radiator to be. Make sure you don't choose any other items. Make it 3D. Put it back roughly where you think it would be in the car, which is probably about here somewhere. And then I duplicate it. And then turn that into the fans. Mirror it. Split them apart. Get them touching in the middle like so they're there. Test where it needs to go. And then put the car back on. And you've got that nice little extra detail inside. Oh, and I did also find these the other day. If you go on here, you've got these like weird scoop things. Obviously, these are my download from workshop things. If you want them, you have to try and find them. I'm sorry. Or find your own sort of stuff that looks like it. Well, I imagine because there's not that much on there, you probably already got it. And yeah, I just pretend, you know, that this is sucking air for the brakes. Oh, actually, yeah, you can rotate it that way, couldn't you? And then it actually look like it's doing its job, and then mirror that. And just a nice little extra touch inside. You can move it back a bit, obviously. Make sure it's not actually touching the wheel or going to. And that's just going to feed air into the brakes. Nice little small touch. Only you will probably know it's there. But you can be happy. You can show your friends maybe one day about that one. So let's go do us for now. No, I think it is. No, it's not. We're doing the front, aren't we? So I think the bonnet sort of counts as a front. I love putting this small detail on. I imagine no one ever sees them, but it's something that needs to be put on there. It's the window washers. And then you click on your wipers. I always go for this generic one. Put it in the middle. Because my car's right-hand drive, I need to flip it over. And then make it a tiny bit smaller. Just make smaller. Make smaller. There's not meant to be dead center, by the way, these. I'm sure they're meant to be slightly over. Just keep that in mind when you're doing yours. But I'm just going to... Is that in glass? That's in glass, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep my middle. It makes my life a lot easier. Make it a bit smaller. Smaller! Why does the game do that so much? Did you mean go big, small, big, small? Is that what you wanted to do? Right, then when I've got that one particular one lined up, I then use the shift duplicate button. Line that over to the left somewhere and try and line that up so you end up visualizing a triangle being there, because you always get a dirty triangle sat at the bottom of the car where the wipers don't touch the window. Get it low as possible without them clipping. Get it looking natural. I think this one needs turning a little bit more. There you go. And you got your wipers put in there. Lovely touch. There also should be some vents in these bits here. But we'll just imagine the vents are there. Sometimes I put them into the actual bonnet. It's something you can do. We could put a groove into this bonnet to make it like a nice dent. I always like a scoop. We can imagine it having a scoop somewhere in this car. Let's see what that looks like. Get a spoiler. No, scoop. One of these Evo scoops would look quite cool, I guess. Bit bulgy though. Bit outrageous. So I'm going to delete that. We've got open scoopy things. Got one of these scoopy things. I might just put a scoop on. That's a Subaru scoop. So I went from Evo to a Subaru. How hilarious is that? I do want superchargers one day, so maybe that's ready for when we got a supercharger. Definitely don't need this, but I kind of like it, so I'm going to keep it. Thank you for watching, everyone. Let's go do us for today. I might change those wheels. They look hideous now that I've cuddled them in and I'm looking at it more. Apart from that, I hope you've learned something today. Oh, there was something I was meant to show you, and I didn't. I'm sorry. I'll do it right now. A little trick and tip. If you grab this, make it 3D, and then tilt it ever so slightly. You change the shape slightly, but don't worry about that. Because what we're aiming to do, I don't want it. There we go. Is add some downforce. Look. I'm going in the cart. Okay, I've ruined the shape a little bit more. You can do it with some cards. The idea is, let me show you extreme version of it, just so you know what I'm actually talking about. If you put the shape in like this, I'm trying to show you the sides, that you can change the angle of the sides, but it's just not really doing its job, is it? It's just really tripping out on me. Now you can sort of see it there. There you go. It's made it flat, where originally, when it was going in straight, now I've ruined all my shape of my car. You didn't have any lip to it. It's just a straight, a bit of, just completely flat. Which is normal, but I wanted it to look like it was a bit more of a spoiler and wing. Anyway, ignore my rambling. That's the video over. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to obviously be adding more and more detail as the car goes on. We're going to go to the side and the boot. And then when we're finished, we're going to do a once round, added some weird random detail you probably didn't thought about adding, just because we can and it's fun. So thanks for watching. If you like this sort of stuff, hit that like button. It would be beautiful of you. It really helps my channel grow. And I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Keep it real, stay safe, and share that love. Bye-bye!